Welcome back for episode 6 of our one block series, and you know the deal by now. We're still breaking that one block to get all the materials we need for building our island, and this is what it looks like so far. Last week we made a lot of progress, and aside from building these big 4 empty platforms, that's what we're going to be working on this week, filling those up, we also built our iron farm in the down below. So let's not waste any time and get stuck into putting some buildings on these big empty platforms. Let's go! So the first thing I want to do this week is something I hinted towards last week, I think, is a brand new trading hall. We have the ability to get ourselves some villagers now, so we might as well use that ability and make them work for us. So I'm putting this together, and instead of making one trading hall, I've decided to go a little crazy and make 2. One is going to house all our librarians, and the other side is going to house all our working traders. It's what I'm calling them. All the guys who are going to give us our armor and our tools and our weapons, etc., etc. This one is going to be for our librarians. I've made it somewhat of a fantasy style, but keeping with the theme that we have so far with the building style on the islands. And I've separated it into 2 halves with this empty entrance in the center. That leaves it looking open and airy while still providing cover for our librarians to save them from bad things happening. And this is what we have as a result. I've left the outside relatively simple, but we will add more decorations as we go along, and the one block grants us more gifts. Inside, and you'll see that I've made use of as many materials as I can that the one block has granted us. We have some cobwebs up there, the spiders have been busy. And I've put some bays together for our librarians. We have sandstone roof. It's a little higgledy-piggledy, but that's because we're granted certain things by the one block, so we have to use them up. Otherwise, everything will be made of wood. I'm hoping to fill these pretty soon with librarians, and it should give us the opportunity as well to hopefully zombie them up and cure them. And I've got to get on making the potions for all of that, but we'll get there. I still don't actually have any people to put in this, but we'll get there too. So that's what this episode's going to be about, is filling these up for the most part, and hopefully by the end of it we'll have a full trading hall. The second one is just right over here, and I'll show you around that very quickly. And you'll notice immediately that with a few changes, this is essentially the same building. I've replicated on the other side and changed the colour scheme up a little bit and changed the theme, because this is going to be smiths and forges and this kind of... So it's a little bit darker as a theme, but it is otherwise a replica of the other building on the other side. Inside, you're going to have the same kind of setup with the bays on both sides, and our happy little villagers should be able to live here quite comfortably for the foreseeable future. But now I have to get busy actually getting them. Now, of course, this has taken a lot longer than the few seconds you've just waited for these guys to turn up. I've been at this for bloody hours. But finally they've arrived, and so we can do something about it. Yeah, you should be scared. Run away, honey, run away. Alright, so I need to name these guys so that they don't die on me. So I've got together my last 2 name tags, and I'm naming them Hane and Doe. And if anybody can tell me in the comments what that means, you get a special prize. And that special prize will be my surprise Pikachu face. I love working with villagers, don't you? It's like herding cats. Although, to be honest, working with zombie villagers is a little easier than working with normal villagers. Ironically enough, these guys will just follow you anywhere. Lady Gaga, eat your heart out. I have my own little monsters. And while getting them into this building is relatively easy, the next bit is going to be the hard bit. So I have to break this out and make sure that I'm very careful not to break too much so that they just run out the other side and then I'm in trouble. And grab their attention here somehow and make sure I can get them into one of these bays and keep them there while I block them in. So let's try this and see if I've set this up correctly in the building of this thing so that it's actually easy and not a nightmare. Come on. Yeah. No, we've got it. First time. Click the damn thing. First time. How good is that? I totally didn't expect that to work. It totally worked. Okay, we're good. And this guy didn't put up too much of a fight either. It was pretty easy. And next on the agenda is going to be getting these guys converted back to normal villagers, so I need to get the ingredients for that. Let's Let's hope that's easier than it sounds. Be kind to me, one block. Be kind to me. Ah, good. It looks like we've run into our first phase transition of the episode, and I'm looking forward to this one. I'm fingers crossed I get what I want. I know what I want. Let's skip this bit so you don't have to sit through it. And let's count down now from 5, 4, 3, out of the way, Panda, 1. Yes, the Nether, a hell-like dimension invades and spreads chaos. That doesn't sound like something I should be excited about, but I am. That's exactly what I wanted. Now we can do something up there with those librarians and across on the other side, because hopefully I can get some blaze rods. Hey, what do you think? We get some blaze rods? Let's try at least, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And of course there's a lot of other good stuff in this nether phase, like Ancient Deborah. We got some magma cream, and I made my ice bucket challenge, which means we're on our way to a nether portal, folks, and hopefully that won't be too far away. But this is the guy I've been waiting for, and bring them on. The more the merrier. Blaze me up, daddy. I want as many blaze rods as I can possibly get so that we can make... Hey, nobody said you could attack my pandas. That wasn't part of the deal. Right. I'm going to take your bones and use them for my potions. What do you think of that? Yeah. Speaking of bones, I forgot all about these guys. Wither skeletons. I don't know why they slipped my mind. I think I was more worried about ghasts turning up and killing all my animals here. But these guys might actually drop a skull if I'm lucky. Although I'm not sure I actually want to go fighting a wither on an island above the void. What am I doing? Maybe I don't want this skull. I guess we better check and see if we got one. Let's have a look. No, we didn't. Oh no, we didn't get one. What a terrible outcome. Oh dear, what is that noise? Okay, the gas turned up, I guess. Oh, my beating heart. I'm going to have to take a beat here. That almost killed me, honestly. Sorry for your ears if you're wearing headphones. Honey, I think I might have killed some people. My apologies, viewers. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I thought I had prepared properly for this eventuality. I built this whole thing for the ghasts turning up. If I'm honest, I made it empty in the center so they would fit. But apparently they didn't fit quite well, so... Luckily I was wearing my brown pants, I guess. Oh, it's just one fun thing after another today, isn't it? Alright, bring it on. You can't be any worse than a ghast. Oh dear, why did I speak so soon? Okay, I can take care of this. Okay, he's died off. That was the worst of it. Thankfully, this thing otherwise works pretty well. I mean, this central area has contained the mobs fairly well since I put it together, and I can just take pot shots at them like this with my arrows and stay out of their way. But I think I'm ready for a break from the one block for a little while. I'm sure you could use one too, so we're going to put together some of those potions that I was talking about earlier. I have enough blaze rods now and a little bit of gunpowder to put together my brewing stand and some of those splash potions of weakness that I'm going to need. With these fermented spider eyes and some water bottles, I'll be able to brew up potion of weakness. And then of course if we add a little bit of gunpowder, we can turn it into a splash potion of weakness and start the process of converting some of those villagers. And I have to confess to you that while I was sitting here waiting to get this perfect shot of the conversion, the guy behind me converted and I didn't realise until it was too late. Turning around, we see Doe has converted, and as I turned around, Hane converted afterwards. Of course you did. Of course you bloody did. I missed the whole thing. But anyway, we have 2 villagers now, and we can get to breeding these guys up. If we're nice and quiet, we watch them behind a pillar, you can see that these people have breeded. And with the magic of editing and about 6 hours bloody work on my part, we end up with a full trading hall of our librarians. I have everything I need here. I don't have every single trade, but I have everything that I could possibly need, especially for a 1 block. These guys will trade me everything for about 1 emerald. That's right. I had them converted, so that took a little bit of doing too, but it was worth it in the end. I did the same thing over on the other side, so I'll show you what I've got going over there. And these guys have their own trades going for, if not one emerald, pretty cheap. And I've got all sorts in here, pretty much everything I could need, plus more. Look at all these goodies. I'm going to have the best of armor and the best of tools and the best of weapons now. Very exciting. And of course we have this guy here who's going to trade us the very important Ender Pearls, which we may or may not need in this version of One Block to get to the end, but now we have them at least. So I'm happy about that. The whole project has come together pretty nicely and relatively quickly, for you at least, if not for me. But at the end of the day, I have all the good gear and everything has been enchanted up. Look at this stuff. I have everything I could possibly need to go forward and conquer the next phase, whatever that may be. So, onwards to find out what the rest of this nether phase has in store for us. Back to the One Block. And now we've been granted a Wither Skeleton Skull in a chest, so we might have to make some decisions about bringing this guy into the world. Now we have more skeletons turn up, and seeing as now my sword has looting 3 on it, look at that fancy thing, we actually have a hope of getting some more skulls. So I'm not entirely sure, should I be hoping for skulls here or should I be hoping for no skulls? What do you think? Put it in the comments if you think I should actually spawn a wither and fight the beast. I don't know how I feel about it myself. It seems very dangerous. But we don't have any more skulls, so maybe it's not an option. We'll find out shortly, I guess. Ah, lava. We finally get lava. Usually in a skyblock you get it straight out of the box and you can make lots of cobble. Not in this one. We've had to wait all this time for some lava. But I'm still delighted that it's turned up. It's going to be handy, that's for sure. Our love box is turned up again, which means we're on the verge of another. Wow. Look at this. Look at this for a box. Talk about good. Oh no. Oh no. Now we have to make the decision. All right, it's up to you guys. Put it in the comments. Do we bring the Wither into the world or not? Anyway, we're about to move on to the next phase, so let's get that done and see what we have coming up next. Maybe it's the end. What do you think, Panda? Move out of the... Thank you. This could very well be the end phase. I guess we'll find out. I'll skip this obligatory 5-hour wait for you guys and join you back for the countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have Idyll. A breeze of peace blows across the land. What? What is... That's not a biome? I was expecting maybe an end portal or another biome phase. Anyway. I guess we have only one course of action. That's right, we're going to have to commit to going to the Nether. Hopefully that will solve our problem of getting to the end. So join me for our next episode where we'll light this baby up and see what's on the other side. I genuinely have no idea. In this version of One Block, it could be anything. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those good things. Have a good day, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.